So this week you are exploring the American West. Now there's a lot of different ideas that we have about the West, but for this week, what you are going to do is actually look at it from three different perspectives. The first one is by taking a look at the National Cowboy Museum. One of the great things about this particular website is that you're able to see many of the prominent pieces that are considered to be part of the American West. Many of these images will be familiar to you, but it will give you an opportunity to actually think about the other two things that we discussed in our class, that we will discuss in this section, which is, of course, in the context of the Indian Wars, as well as the importance of railroads. The other thing that I'm asking you to do this week is actually listen or watch a lecture by Peter Cozzens. He is the author of The Earth is Weeping, but he gave this lecture in 2016 about the myths that people in the United States have about the Indian Wars, and I think it'll provide you with an interesting counter narrative of the traditional way that we think about the West. And then lastly, for perusal, I am asking you to take a quick look at a very important book, award-winning book by Richard White called Railroaded, which looks at the importance of the railroads in not only the making of the West, but actually American society, economy, and politics. And it is just the introduction. And the reason that I wanted you to take a look at his introduction is because this week we begin our work on your final project. And the final project is called an essay because while you will have the opportunity to develop an essay, if that is what you would like to do, you also have the opportunity to create something that appeals not only to you, but also to your strengths. And so one of the things that I would like you to do this week is actually to begin thinking about what you might like to do. And so as part of your assignments, rather than a discussion, you are going to be submitting a prospectus. A prospectus is literally just a short little essay that tells me what it is that you want to do. There are some specific questions that I put in the assignment instructions, so take a look at those. And if you have any questions about the types of topics or the types of things that you might be able to do, feel free to email me and let me know. But the reality is that the sky's the limit in terms of what it is that you can choose to do. You can choose to look at a particular piece of literature or a painting, and then the next steps in the essay will actually have you do a source analysis, which most of you know as an annotated bibliography, and then lastly, a video presentation. So this is really meant to be a project that takes what you have learned, focus on one specific thing, and then allow you to actually communicate it with the rest of the class.